Meanwhile, there's an easy calm in some parts of the Afo North Southeast District of the Ashanti region following violence that erupted during the ongoing voter registration exercise on Saturday. 3 individuals sustained injuries during the disturbances but have since been treated and discharged. Citi News' Ashanti regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani reports.
Tensions escalated when NDC agents blocked the MPP's parliamentary candidates from registering approximately 5 individuals whom he claimed were residents. The MPP candidate, Frederick Echampong, alleged that these individuals, including children residing with him in Kumasi and other relatives, were eligible to vote in the constituency. Despite negotiations with NDC officials and Electoral Commission officers, the individuals were barred from the registration center. Subsequently, armed assailants wielding sticks and machetes stormed the area, causing property damage and assaulting people in the presence of police officers. Calm returned to the area as the process continued smoothly amid heavy police presence on Monday. Some of the registrants told Citi News that the incident on Saturday has instilled fear in them.
My sister ba ko kache my sister to the omoba hasema entokwa bisi ti me bana sesa de ni sia me fro kana me mrefi ebi mu prepare ni ade ntina ehu kakra abom
na obehu bamba for no say na waje here
behu place for ne de na ehu bi anim but na me ehu sa kakra wo
o mi de na suro mi if you say ntokwa na course no de ehwe na me kwa amse me ba se mo kan ya na se wo de kio de meba e bia na me ba obi a betwam se kan obi a betumi tu.
The leadership of the National Democratic Congress and the New Patriotic Party in the constituency were invited to a district security council meeting on Monday due to the incident.
A lot of discussions went on and then we deliberated on a lot of things. So as I'm talking to you now, both parties, NDC and the NPP, has also come together to work hand in hand to make sure that peace and then other things have been taking place.
Both parties, however, have pledged to maintain peace throughout the registration exercise.
One thing I raise is that from tomorrow they start accessing the remote areas because they're going to do the remote areas, and those are also area that we need security, a lot of security. So I informed the DISEC that it's an area they have to look at. We need enough security, like we've had in Adugyama for the past 2 days, that we had the smooth process. Because the machine will go to Pekwasi and subsequently to Sabodun and its areas for the next 6 days. And I think that if we get enough security like we had in the last 2 days here at Adugyama, I'm sure that the process would be very, very smooth.
Tie nyina yakasa anom asumdwe abuam amanti ase ye adwuma sese de esi edame mendan ebi nsansi bi ti se bibia ni a enti ase ne wo se nyina ye nyama ye ho enti no ho meeting na le ye ba be ya transfer so aka amasumdwe aba
na ede na obeka che members
de meka kire mu an se bibia ye abotre because abato na ye ba be komunye ntokwa nye sekantwe eye obi e kwa akokire na adwene ti obi ba na obetwiro ne din na se wonti ase ade enim se wo se wo challenge no.
Police have also interdicted 3 officers who were on duty at the center.
The leadership of the NDC and the MPP in the Ahafo North Southeast constituency have pledged to ensure a smooth registration process after the DISEC meeting on Monday. Hafiz Tijani, Citi News, Adugyama, Ashanti region.
Let's move away from the stories to do with elections. And President Nana Akufo-Addo has described the achievements of his government in providing infrastructure for the judiciary as unprecedented. The president made this known at the opening ceremony of the 2024 Africa Conference of the International Association of Women Judges. We have more in this report.
The conference is themed "The Role of Women Judges in Combating Negative Cultural Practices in Contemporary Times." Addressing the jurists, President Akufo-Addo noted that investing in infrastructure for the judiciary is key to achieving the conference's theme. He used the opportunity to highlight his government's efforts towards improving the infrastructure strength of the Ghanaian judiciary.
Since my assumption of office in 2017, my government has made unprecedented progress in the provision of court buildings and residences for judges around the country. In 2020, we set out to construct 100 courthouses with residential facilities nationwide. As of February 2024, 79 courthouses have been successfully inaugurated and are in use at various sites around the country. The remaining 21 projects are at various stages of completion and are expected to be completed and inaugurated soon, at least before I leave office.
Meanwhile, Chief Justice Gertrude Isaba Tokunu says women judges have a pivotal role to play in eradicating negative cultural practices.
In our various judiciaries, our voice as a powerful caucus should be strong in the advocacy for the introduction and implementation of policies that promotes the rights of women and the vulnerable in society. Our numbers and voice must count for something in shaping social direction and institution.
On his part, Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame outlined the government of Ghana's commitment to fighting negative cultural practices.
The Criminal Code Amendment Act of 1998 at 554 criminalizes a range of sexual offenses against children, ranging from indecent assault to unnatural carnage and defilement. In spite of this, issues relating to sexual exploitation of women continue to be a major impediment to the rise of the woman globally. In this regard, it was with a sense of pride that Ghana was compelled to sponsor a resolution which was successfully carried at the recently concluded UN Conference Against Corruption in Atlanta, December, which I have just alluded to, which resolution was to declare that demanding sex or acts of a sexual nature within the context of the abuse of authority is a particular form of corruption called sex corruption.
The conference will provide a platform for women judges in Africa to deliberate on how they can help in their own way combat negative cultural practices. Reporting for Citi News, Hansen Adugyama.